It's Monday, February 10th, 2025, and we've got a wild weather pattern setting up that's about to impact most of the country. I'm talking about multiple winter storms with snow and ice and even blizzard conditions that will affect millions of people, and an upcoming severe weather threat in the south that will have a significant tornado potential. Let's get right into it talking about right now. We already have winter storm watches coming out for Kansas and Missouri for our next big winter storm that's about to race up the Midwest up into the Great Lakes. And then, of course, we have a bunch of winter storm watches, warnings, and advisories for the Mid-Atlantic and Ohio Valley regions, thanks to a storm system that's going to pop up tonight and drop a good amount of snow over there. Also, some heavy rain. You can see southeast Kentucky is under a flood watch right now. Here's our winter storm outlook for tomorrow. We've got a slight risk of a significant winter storm from the Ohio Valley over into the Mid-Atlantic. I think DC, Baltimore, this is going to be a decent storm for you. Richmond, Virginia, down into the higher elevations of West Virginia, Southwest Virginia, and maybe even into eastern Kentucky. Let's take a look at what this could look like on radar as it unfolds. This is what we could be seeing tonight around 11 p.m. Eastern. You can see we've got some snow up here from Nebraska all the way up to Wisconsin. We've got some energy down here in the south in the form of rain and maybe a little bit of ice in northwest Arkansas. Watch what happens as those combine. You can see heavy snow showers breaking out in Louisville, Kentucky, Cincinnati, over towards Charleston, West Virginia by early tomorrow morning. You can also see heavy rain down there around Memphis and Nashville. Watch what happens as I push this east. We're going to see that heavy snow moving into the Washington, D.C. area. Maybe some lighter snow making it into Pittsburgh around 1 p.m. And then that's really just going to be the case for the rest of the day in the D.C., Baltimore area. You guys are kind of the highlighted pinpoint spot for this storm. 6 p.m. Tuesday, February 11th, we are going to have heavy snow ongoing in D.C., Charleston, back there towards Cincinnati. It's going to be letting up around this time, and then the snow will end in DC around 1 a.m. February 12th. That's Wednesday. We're also going to see some moderate snow in New York City, central and southern portions of New Jersey, and all of Delaware as well. But that storm's going to be completely out of our hair by 5 a.m. Wednesday, and then our attention switches over here to the west, where our next storm is already showing itself with a much larger precipitation shield over here from Denver all the way to Chicago. Heavy snow in southern Nebraska, eastern portions of Kansas. This is going to be impacting the Kansas City metro as early as 5 a.m. Wednesday. Also heavy rain down here in Dallas. This is going to be a much larger snowstorm and just a much larger overall system as it rockets off to the north and east. The farthest out we can see right now on this simulated radar is 1 p.m. Wednesday, February 12th. And as you can see, we could have some icing going on in the St. Louis metro around this time, some heavy snow in southeastern Iowa, western portions of Illinois, and north central Missouri. And this is going to continue to move off towards the north and east. Chicago, you're a shoe in for heavy snow with this one. And then Detroit, I think you guys are towing the line between snow and rain. Let's take a look at that winter storm outlook for day 3, February 12th, an enhanced risk of a significant winter storm for Kansas City, most of Kansas, and a lot of north central Missouri there. As you can see, we've got a slight risk that extends up into Michigan and even all the way down into the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, as there will be a little bit of mixed precipitation down there as well. All right, let's talk snow totals, starting with our first storm, which will be happening tomorrow. I expect a general 1 to 3 inches of snow from Louisville to Lexington to Cincinnati over towards Huntington and Charleston, West Virginia. I don't expect any big time snow totals over there. It wouldn't be surprising to me if a couple places saw more than 4 inches of snow, especially in West Virginia. But the bigger totals, I think, are going to be right in here from the mountains of West Virginia over towards Delaware, the Delmarva area, southern portions of New Jersey. This is where I think 3 to 6 inches of snow is going to be a good call. That includes DC, that includes Baltimore, that includes a lot of northern Virginia. So 3 to 6 inches of snow is going to be the bullseye right in here. So get ready for that. It's going to fall quickly. It's going to accumulate quickly. It will cause some travel problems as we go through the day, Tuesday into Wednesday. Most of this will be on the ground by Tuesday night. The storm will be completely over for everybody by Wednesday morning, but most of this is going to fall Tuesday night. Now looking at storm number 2, most of this will be on the ground by Thursday morning. Looky here, maybe over a foot of snow in north central portions of Kansas, maybe 8 to 10 inches in the Kansas City metro. Lots of southeastern Nebraska will be in the 6 to 8 inch range. And then the entire state of Iowa, I would call that as a 6 to 10 inches of snow is possible. Des Moines, it wouldn't be surprising at all to see you with about 8 inches of snow. Cedar Rapids, same for you. Northern Iowa, I think that good 6 to 8 inches of snow is possible there. Southeastern eastern portions of Michigan. Same for you, Chicago. I would say 6 to 10 inches of snow is what we can expect from this right now. Now, this could change. We're still a little bit out, but this is a pretty good forecast right now, I think, for what we could expect. Some models are showing a lot more snow than this. Some are showing a little bit less. This is a good middle ground to base your planning off of right now. Now, that storm is going to continue past Chicago, obviously. Here we are Wednesday, February 12th at 10 p.m. That's when the snow will be heaviest in Chicago. But watch what happens here. It's going to move up into Michigan. It's going to move it up into southern Ontario. It's too early, I think, to talk about snow totals past Chicago. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. But it does look like the warm nose here is going to keep most of the snow away from Pennsylvania, New York, even portions of Vermont and New Hampshire will have a period of time where it's raining instead of snowing. It does look, however, like most of Maine will be all snow during the duration of this storm. So we'll talk more about snow totals beyond Chicago tomorrow, but just know that the storm is coming for you as well. Detroit, places like Indianapolis, Cleveland, Buffalo, you guys are going to be right in the middle there where we could see some icing problems as well. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we go forward. And then we really need to talk about what's coming next. But before we do that, I want to draw your attention once again to the warm sectors of these storms. There's going to be a ton of rain down here in the southeast. I don't want to overlook this. Please, anybody that lives in the yellows or the golds or the oranges down here in the southeast, understand that you are going to be experiencing maybe 4 to 8 inches of rain over the next 7 days. And this will cause flooding, maybe even some significant flooding in the mountains of North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, southeastern Kentucky, back into northern portions of Georgia and Alabama, especially in the foothills of the Appalachians and in the higher elevations, especially in the valleys. We are expecting maybe a significant flooding event here. So I want everybody to be paying very close attention to the weather as we go forward. Weather Prediction Center's already got an excessive rainfall outlook out there, a slight risk on Tuesday into Wednesday. Just be ready. It is going to flood in some of these areas, and in some cases it will be quite significant. So if you live in a flood-prone area, prepare now. Don't be scared. Be prepared. So looking beyond those storm systems, there is another one that I want to draw your attention to. It's going to cause quite a bit of problems over here in the west as we go later into the week, into the weekend. We're going to have another atmospheric river in California. This is going to cause flooding in the Central Valley. We actually might have a significant amount of rain in Southern California, Los Angeles. There's some indications that we might be dealing with some significant rainfall down there. And then this storm is going to cross over into the Rockies, and it's going to do the same thing. Okay, it's going to come over into the central U.S., combine with some Gulf of Mexico moisture, and produce another large storm that it impacts everybody east of the Rockies. And this one looks like it's going to be quite powerful. It's going to come along with a snowstorm threat and a severe weather threat. Check it out. We've got a very rare day 6 slight risk of severe weather from eastern Texas all the way over into northwestern portions of Georgia for Saturday, February 15th, 2025. Like, this is something that we very rarely see in February. There's high confidence that we're going to have widespread severe weather down here on Saturday. And the Storm Prediction Center is already talking about the potential for strong tornadoes. So this is going to become one of the highlights of our focus as we go throughout the rest of the week, because I think that this is going to be a very serious situation. It's too early to talk about specifics, but just know that everybody in the yellow here needs to be paying very close attention to this. Even though we're going to be talking a lot about snow for the next couple of days, everybody should be tuning in every day to get an update on this, because I will be covering this. And eventually this will be the main topic of discussion. But right now it's just kind of like a heads up. Get ready. Severe weather is on the way. And of course, that storm system is going to come along with another major winter storm. Right now, all the way out on the day 6 winter storm outlook, we have an elevated 40% probability of a significant winter storm from southern Ontario over into the northeast. This even includes New England. So get ready for that. This next storm system, after we get past the one tonight and then the one after that, the one after that is going to be likely very significant. So I want everybody to have an early heads up here on this situation. So my goodness, y'all, buckle up. The weather is getting really intense. It's getting really busy. I don't see an end in sight to my daily updates. In fact, there's a chance that I even go live on Wednesday. We might do a live stream Wednesday if it meets our criteria for a big storm that's going to be coming up through Kansas and over towards Chicago. We are almost certainly going to be live on Saturday for our tornado coverage. So make sure you're subscribed and you turn notifications on. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Ooh.